Okay. So till now we have understood that Anil had brought money. Anil got a bundle of notes and he kept inside into the under the bedsheet, under the bedsheet. So he started thinking that he wants to rob him. So well, it's time I did some real work. I told myself I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he will only waste it on his friend, and after all, he doesn't even pay me. So here, this Hari Singh started thinking that if I will not going to take this money which is brought by him, which is brought by Anil, in the morning he will going to celebrate and he will going to just waste the money on others and he will not going to pay me. He will don't even pay me. So here the writer is talking about that he is already out of practice, which means he is a thief. So while staying at home of Anil, he is already out of practice because so many months he is not stealing or doing such thing which is related to thief. So he decided to take that money which was tucked under the badges by Anil, and he thought that if I will not take this money, he will not going to pay me also. Anil was asleep. Now we will going to understand how this Hari Singh, a thief, is going to take that money from under the bedsheet. Anil was asleep, right? Anil was asleep. Asleep means Anil was sleeping. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. So, the situation the writer is explaining, Anil was sleeping and it was totally dark, and the moonlight was coming on the like reflecting on the bed. On the bed, I sat up on the floor considering the situation. So he's saying that I was sitting on the floor considering the situation, like how I'm going to take that money. Like if before you are doing a wrong thing, you are considering the situation, everything is okay. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine were mostly scars. Okay, so here, first, this man, the Hari Singh, did what? Hari Singh was looking at the Anil was sleeping, and the moonlight was reflecting from the window towards the bed. And he was sitting on the floor and he was finally waiting for the situation when he will take that money. And he was looking at the face of Anil. Anil was so simple and his face was so nice. He doesn't have any marks. But Hari Singh is saying, I have a marks on my face. I have a marks on my face. And then my hand slid under the mattress searching for the notes. Then after that, Hari Singh had put his hand under the mattresses, which means he how now the writer is explaining how he had put it under like how he is taking money. First, his hand was gone under the mattresses where the money and he was founding a money, right? And when I found them, I drew them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. So here they are explaining that Hari Singh, which means thief, had put his hand inside, and he was finding like where is the notes, and when he found the notes, he slowly and at that time the moment started by Anil, and he had took that money slowly and silently, and he crawled. He didn't walk. He was crawling. He was crawl out of the room. And why he was doing this? Because he don't want Anil should be aware that I am the thief was taking the money under the mattresses which was stuck by him. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes on my waist. So here, when he was on the road, he started running, and that money was there on his waist, held there by the string of my pajamas. So, which means he doesn't have a pocket. Also, he was keeping the notes on his uh, on his pajamas, on his pant. If you see, he is not kept that money on the pocket. In the pocket, he kept the money. The money was holded by the string of the pajamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. So when he was running, he slowed down the steps on the road, and he had counted the notes. It was total 600 rupees of 50s. 600 rupees of 50s, which means 50 notes are 6, right? But 50 notes are 12. I could live like an old rich Arab for a week or two. So 600 rupees was very enough, and he started feeling that I will live like a rich Arab person, which means a prince, because he has lots of money for 1 or 2 days. He is very rich. And when I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. So here the writer is talking about when the thief was reached at the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight at the platform. So when he reached, when the racing is saying when he reached to the station, he didn't wait in the ticket counter because he never ever taken the ticket in his whole life. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The Lucknow Express was just moving out, which means the Lucknow Express where it was just started moving. The train had still the train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages, but I hesitated for some reason and I can't explain, and I lost the chance to get away. So here the writer is talking about when he reached to the station, he didn't purchase the ticket because he never bought in his previous life, in his earlier time. And the train was also moving, and he decided he will going to jump in one of the carriages, but he didn't. He was hesitated to do that, and he missed that chance. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone in the deserted platform. So the train is gone. The Hari Singh found himself. He's just standing on the platform. It is totally deserted. No one is there except him. I had no idea where to spend the night. So he doesn't have idea like because he was alone like where he will going to spend the night. and I had no friends, believing that friends were more belief than help, trouble than friend. So which means the writer is saying that he was alone and he was confused that where he will going to spend the night, and he doesn't have a friends also because he's they believing that if he will have a friend, the friends are more trouble. And I did not want to make any curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. The only person I knew really was the man I know. I dropped. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. Right. So he had moved from the station, and he was slowly walking towards the bazaar. I'm stopping here. Till now we have understood that how the boy had taken Hari Singh has taken the money and he ran towards the station, but he missed the train. Now we will going to see in the next video how we will going to spend this night. Okay.